Hi everybody, it is Miss Knapp. I am going to go over quickly how to use the Avon Local Schools website. And the most important things I'm going to show you are going to be specifically for the high school and mostly for student services. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you and then go ahead and go over a few things. And if you would like, you can follow along with me on your device so you can practice doing some of these things. So first I'm going to type in Avon Local Schools.org and hit enter. And it's going to bring me to the homepage of the Avon Local Schools website. I'm sure you've probably been here before, but in case you have not, this is what the homepage looks like. Up here at the top, there are often important messages or things that are frequently changed and updated. So like right here, you see something was just posted on August 25th for you to look at. All right, so what we're going to go over today is the high school website specifically. So right now I'm here at the Home tab. I'm going to go over to Buildings, go down to High School. So right here on the high school homepage is where you can find lots of important information. First is the attendance number. So if you are going to be absent, this is the number that your parent can call in and report that. Then we have our building hours, our early bird building hours, and our regular school schedule building hours, the address in case you ever need it. Once you get to filling out things like college applications and scholarship applications, you may have to put down the school's address. This is where you can find that. And then over here is the main office phone number, fax number, and the principal information. Next, below that is important announcements. Just like on the district homepage, these are important announcements specifically for the high school. So you can go through and look at those if you need to. This one is really important if you are a virtual learner right now. So if I wanted to look at the virtual classroom standards and expectations for learners, I would go ahead and click on that. It's going to open up a PDF document. You can save this to your computer using this little arrow right here. It would bring up things for you to save, or you could print this. So if you are a virtual learner and you wanted to know what the expectations are for you while you're at home, you could print yourself a copy of this. So you're going to find important information here. Over here on the right, we have a live feed from our principal, Mrs. Buller. She tweets different things and they show up here. And then if you wanted to go to her Twitter and look at those, you can click on this link right here and it will open that up for you and show you lots and lots of Avon Eagles tweets. Okay, next we're gonna go all the way down to the bottom. It says high school links. So this is where if you ever need any information about the high school, any forms or anything that you are unsure of where to find them or information, this is where you will find it. First, we have announcements. So if you click on this, this is where it talks about our Avon High School announcements. The announcements generally play every day on the Eagles News Network, but other announcements can be found here as well. For example, if you need your Google password reset for you, it has the email that you would send it to. You or your parent can do this to be able to get your password reset for you. And then here's a link to Mrs. Buller's email. If you ever have questions, you can send her an email. It directly links you right here as well. So if we go back to that home page, we have the chemical use policy. Here you can find all the clubs and organizations that the school offers. These are live links. So for example, if I would like to know more about Culture Club, I would click on Culture Club. It gives me a brief description, who the advisor is, and the advisor's email so that I can contact them. There is a link for all of the clubs that we have here at Avon. Next is the drug testing policy. If you have not read that, you can click on that. E-News, E-News Archives. Here is one that is really important and we will be using in class to help us out through this unit is the handbook. So you receive a copy of this, but if you ever lose it or don't have your handbook with you, maybe while you're at home, you can take a look at this digital version. You can also print this if you would need to. But here is your handbook, looks the same as the printed copy that you all receive. So you can go through and find things. Something else that's really nice about this feature is you can hit Control F on your computer and a search box will pop up. You can search something. So let's say I was curious about attendance. I can type that in here and it will highlight. If I zoom in here, you can see that it's going to highlight anywhere that the word attendance is used. Okay. We also have links to the Library and Media Center. This is something that is super useful. If you need any help finding resources, you can come to this page and click on For Students. And there are all the digital resources that the Media Center has put together for you. There is tons and tons of useful information on here. If you ever have any questions about this, you can ask them up in the Media Center as well, and they would be happy to help you, but they've done an awesome job of putting together all these resources that you have at your hands. Next is the lunch menu. So if you want to know what is for lunch, you can check the website. Military recruiters policy, parking permit. So if you are interested in getting a parking permit whenever the time for that is, this is where you would find all the information for that. Pay to participate, prescription drug toolkit, program of studies. So when it comes time again to decide what classes you would like to take next year, you can come here to the programs of study and look through this. What it is a description of every course that is offered here at AHS. So let's get down to some of the different things. It also includes different awards and honors you can get and what you need to do to get those awards and honors, along with what courses and credits you need to graduate high school. So let's see here. Let's scroll down to the different classes. Okay, so here we have yearbook. So if you heard about Mr. Tokarczyk's yearbook class and you're interested in taking that, you are going to look at yearbook. It tells you what grades are able to take it, how long it is, it's a full year course, and how many credits it is worth. Then here, it is the description of the course and what is required for you to take it before actually being entered in the class. So for example, you need a B or higher in language arts your freshman year to be able to join this your sophomore year. Safety tip line, if you have anything to submit there, you would just click on this and it gives you the phone number that you can call. And next, we have school fees, school supplies, staff directory. If you ever need to find one of your teachers' emails and you are unsure of it, you can click on this. It tells you what they teach and their email. Some of your teachers may have websites as well. You can click on their websites and see what they have. And you might have some resources or assignments that are here, class files, so you can go through your teacher's website and see if there's anything that is relevant to you. This one, student services, is the most important thing that we are going to cover today. So when you click on that, it's going to bring you to high school student services. So here's where you can find lots and lots of information that you will eventually need. Different announcements are going to be here. So they have lots of information here. Just in general, workers permits, who you need to contact, a withdrawal form. There's a link here. It lets you download the form right from the website. And then it tells you who you need to submit it to. So you would send that to Mrs. Reiner. If you need a transcript, it tells you who to email, again, Mrs. Reiner, and she will start the process. There's lots of other things. If either there are new graduation requirements, you can click here on the link to read those guidelines. And then this is a app that they have for you to get information for your class. So for freshmen, if you are the class of 2024, you would download the app and then you would send the group code and you would start getting updates from this app from Student Services. There's AP information, ACT and SAT, PSAT information. So if once you are ready to take the ACT, they post the test dates here, which is super helpful. So you know when you have to be registered by in order to take those things. And then same thing for the SAT and PSAT. Another really awesome thing that they have here on the website is the ACT and SAT prep resources. So if you are interested in taking any of those ACT or SAT prep classes, they have contact information for the people who run those classes so you can see if it is what you would like to do. Information on class meetings, if you're going to take CCP, College Now Greater Cleveland, general college planning resources, crisis reporting, flex credit, JVS information if that's something you're interested in. This one's really important. There are mental health resources, so you can click on that page. Again, here's another link to a crisis hotline. So if you ever needed that when you were not in school, it gives you a direct line to call different mental health agencies and community counseling centers, and then individual counselors as well. So there are lots and lots of resources for you on this page. Here is Naviance information. You can click on that and it has different links here: student parent login, parent user guide, and different tutorials. NCAA eligibility, timelines. So if that's something you're interested in and you might want to start thinking about, this is where you should start to gather some information. Okay, then over here, again, we have the programs of study. So this is another place where you can find that link to look through all the different courses that are offered here at AHS. We also have scheduling information. So you can click on that. It gives you a 4-year planning chart, a course guide, and programs of studies. And then these are the different scheduling PowerPoints that you will see each year. You probably already saw one of these before coming into the high school, so you may be familiar with that. If you want to go back to that and look at that, this is where you would go. It says click here, and it will open up the PowerPoint that you probably have already seen. Okay. Other things, scholarship information. If somebody is going to a different school, maybe a private school, and they're interested in coming to shadow at AHS, this is where they would find that. Here is also some information for student athletes. So if we click on that, just some helpful tips, OSHA guidelines, and also, again, NCAA eligibility timeline, summer enrichment, summer school, and then lastly, we have transcripts. So again, you click on this, it tells you who you can request your transcripts from, and the school's address, student services address as well, if you need to have something sent to the school for any college or any other application process, what address to use is also there. All right, so we had student services. So now we are back again to this high school homepage. Here was that student services tab where we just were. Next is summer reading list. So if you need to know what to read for next summer, for the following school year, this will be updated, and this is the information that you need. You will be given this, but just in case you ever want to know more, you can click there. This is a link to the technology page. It gives you some awesome resources on how to do different things, how to join Google Classroom, how to join Google Meet, and then Google Meet and Zoom guidelines for you. Again, we have the digital tools from the Media Center. Some of those are linked here as well. So if you might have noticed, a lot of these resources can be used or found in different spots. Here is the welcome back letter that you get each year. Again, lots of important information. If you ever forget anything, maybe you forgot which assistant principal you are assigned to or who your counselor is, this is a great spot to go back to and find that information out and remind yourself. And then lastly is just yearbook forms and info. So again, just to review, we were on the home page when you go to avonlocalschools.org, and then to get to the high school, you just go to buildings, high school, and then all of those links that I just went through are down here at the bottom. So it would be a good idea for you to take some time and explore some of these tools. And that's it on how to use the Avon Local Schools, what